your friends, yeah. All of that type of drama, as I set up on my YouTube side. Shout out to the people on YouTube. Y'all know I always come in a little late, but I appreciate y'all. But if you're watching on the app, you can see him in his tallness. When he stood up, I was a little surprised. Gentleman stands about 6'10", out here in the streets. No, I'm not. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Close.
6'5". How tall are you?
Six.
Six. Oh, hold on. Let me get your mic right. Go ahead. There you go. Go ahead.
6'8".
6'8".
Yeah, there it goes.
Ah.
6'8".
Ooh, 6'8", tall. A tall drink of water, ladies, in the studio with me today. But he's here to do some work, and I'm grateful to have Mr. Jonathan Gustav. Said it right?
Gustav, that's
Gustav
right,
with me today. Represent. First of all, shout out to the Trinis. It's Trinidadian and Tobago Independence Weekend. So shout out to them. Shout out to my Trinis. Yo, it's everything. I gotta say everything. You know, this is how we do it on Voice of the Caribbean. But he's here to do some work with me, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm grateful that he is taking some time out of his busy schedule, known as Jono the Giant. He's a licensed marriage and family therapist with a focus on men's mental health expert, speaker, author, trainer. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you for making the time. Now, he saw behind the curtains how I'm coming into the studio like a whirlwind. And, you know, Mikey is in the studio looking at me smiling. Your guest is here. And, you know, Miss Chin looking at me smiling. But listen, this is how we do. The Caribbean people have two-tree job. So we have to take care of our jobs and come and do our next job. But I'm grateful you're here, sir. How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so tell us more about yourself.
Well, like you said, I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I specialize in men's mental health. You already gave my height. I'm 6'8".
Yeah, tall.
Man. Yes.
Tall and fine, y'all. If you looking on the app, look on the app, y'all. Look on the app. But I'm gonna keep it professional. But he is the founder of a growing mental health brand aimed at expanding services to all 50 states. Yeah, and he coaches elite clientele, including athletes, entertainers, other professionals. Jonathan, tell me about you, the Giant Fundamentals, this podcast that you have. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so the Giant Fundamentals is a podcast that my co-host and I, Jerry Vaval, created because in the work that I do with men, I recognize that it is very challenging for men to come into the therapy room.
You don't say. If you can see my face, yes, it is. Yes,
However, I recognize that a lot of men, when we want to heal, when we want to grow, we most likely will do it in secret. How do I know this? Because when I'm posting things on Instagram, I normally notice that men would hit me up in the DMs with, man, what you said was really powerful. Man, I'm going through that right now, so on and so forth. But they don't comment, nor do they like the post.
Oh, man.
So that made me recognize that, okay, they are listening.
Yes.
However, they don't want to be seen that they are listening.
Oh, yes.
So this is where the podcast comes into play, where we've created this podcast in order for us to reach the men who are maybe on the fence of going to therapy. So what we do is we create a space where we're speaking like Black men, how we normally speak. However, I weave in their clinical terms, so on and so forth, but in a way that it can be palatable, that it could be understood and received.
That's beautiful. I think it's important that we do create these spaces. You're a man after my own heart, in the sense that I'm doing the same thing really for women. I have something, like I said, called a Healing Lab. I'll be doing 2 sessions, October 12th. Y'all get ready for it. November 15th, but it's for the ladies. Because I do agree with you. There's so many more spaces for the ladies to have their healing.
Absolutely.
But for the men, and then when I do the stuff, they be like, how come you don't do stuff for men? How come? I'm like, bruh, I think men have to, hold space for other men. And I think there are things that men go through that I can't understand, nor will I, pretend to understand. I think there are things, listen, my YouTube is looking crazy, y'all. If y'all watching on the YouTube side, I'm here holding it, turning it, trying to figure out what's going on my YouTube. But I'm just going to turn it sideways, you guys, because I don't know that I can make this happen. But anyway, I think it's important that men learn to express themselves, learn to be able to emote, share feelings, for real, not hide feelings, and talk about the social conditioning as to why you think men oftentimes hide how they feel.
It's very simple. It is very simple. It starts from when we are born.
Okay.
So when we're